Hi guys, it's Cinnamon Babe. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Thank you very much. Today I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup look, which is pretty much Pam Anderson inspired. And I'm going to be using, one second, the Revolution Patricia Bright palette. And I absolutely love it because it's very diverse. It has a bunch of different colors that I like. But this look is going to be more natural. I'm also going to be using the Naked Urban Decay Smokey palette, which is a pretty old palette. As you can see, my palettes are kind of beat up because I kind of keep them in my jewelry box, and makeup gets each other dirty. I'm also going to be using the 3503 Fierce by Nature Morphe palette. And this is my favorite palette for like everyday looks. And then I'm also going to be using the Zulu by Juvia's Place Cosmetics. I pretty much use the pink as blush. And for the foundation, I'll be using the matte Fit Me. And the shade I use is Toffee, which is number 330. And one more thing I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Makeup Finishing Spray by Mary Kay. I've had this for a while. I used to sell Mary Kay a couple years ago. And then one more thing I'm going to be using, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. It was blending in with the rest of the stuff I have in this bag. This is the Revolution Pore Blur. Had this for a while. To be honest, I really don't use primer and stuff as much as I should. But for this video, I will show you my favorite primer so far. And I do need to try some more. So I'm going to start off by applying the primer by hand, is what I usually do. I am currently at my parents' house where it is safe to do my makeup without my kids interrupting. Yep, I pretty much just like to rub in the primer with my hand. And this just basically helps deal with large pores. And then I'm going to use a little bit more on my, oh, hold on one second. A little bit more on my eyes. Ooh. I don't have the best skincare right now. I don't even want to tell you what I'm using on my skin right now. It's nothing special. Just know that. So if you have any suggestions for like better skincare, for like enlarged pores, really greasy skin, because I have very oily skin, and sensitivity, like, because some things I use kind of like chap my skin and cause it to itch and burn. So if there's any suggestions, that would be great, because I don't have like any good skincare I'm using right now. So now I'm gonna apply the Fit Me foundation, and I use this pretty much every time like I buy foundation. I get it from Family Dollar or Walmart, and depending on where you go, it's $5 to $7. It's affordable. And I just put it on this sponge. I got the sponge from Ulta. And I'm just going to apply it all over. I'm going to attempt to bake. I'm not really the best foundation baker because I pretty much keep it pretty light with the foundation. I don't put on a bunch of layers. I just kind of cover up some of the imperfections and then I proceed on to the eye makeup. But just for the sake of this video, I will do a little extra something. Yeah, but you just kind of want to pat it in. You don't want to rub it in. A lot of women tell me that the reason why they don't wear eye makeup is because it starts to burn their eyes. And what I've been noticing is a lot of women that say that don't wear foundation or primer first. And so basically your oils from your skin is basically dripping down into your eyes and causing the makeup to get into your eyes mixed with, you know, the sebum from your skin, and it causes it to itch and burn really bad. Because that's how it used to affect me when I was like 19, working and stuff. Out of nowhere, my eyes would start burning. So it just helps to put on a layer of foundation and primer if you have it. And that will prevent it from getting oily and getting into your eyes. You know, pretty much last all day. Alrighty. There's one more thing I'll be using that I haven't taken out of my bag yet. And it is... Hold on. This is my contour palette by e.l.f. e.l.f. is a very affordable palette, and I think I got it from Ulta. It's been so long since I've used it because I don't really like light cream concealer. I would rather liquid concealer. So I'm going to be using the white color right here for underneath my eyes. And I can't remember where I got this brush, but you want like a brush that kind of looks like a paintbrush. And you just want a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way and you don't want to look too powdery. In my opinion, this is pretty much all you need for under your eyes, especially if you're using a cream concealer and you have oily skin like me. You don't want to put on too much. Okay, so on to my nose. Like I said, I don't really focus on baking too often. It's mainly the eye makeup for me that I focus on. But I love to watch other people do it. And that's as far as I go. I don't do my forehead. I don't do my chin. I don't do all that. I just literally do my nose and this part of my face. So I'm just going to wipe it off on a tissue. I'm going to be using the same brush to go on a darker color. And I will use this color right here. And just put on a little bit, like I said. I'm going to start with my nose. Okay, and then move on to my cheeks. Using that same medium brown shade for my skin tone. I don't want it to be too harsh. Alright. Okay, so this is where I always struggle. I'm going to be using this brush. I got this from TJ Maxx. It's nothing special. I can't remember what brand it is, but it's not a brand name. But it's flat. I'm going to basically blend that in using this brush. I don't really like to use a sponge for this because I just don't feel like I get the best results, but whatever. I'm a little frazzled because I plan on going to Florida on Wednesday, staying for 5 days. It's my oldest son's birthday. He's going to be turning 4. My youngest, he's going to be turning 1 on the 30th. But we'll be back in time to celebrate with our family and everything. But yep, it'll be my son's first time going to Disney World, and so I'm really excited. It'll be my 3rd time. It'll be my husband's first time. My parents are coming and my family, and so we're excited. We're gonna be driving, and it's so expensive to rent cars. That's what we did. We rented a van. And it's really expensive, and so I don't recommend renting a van. I recommend flying from now on if you're going to be going anywhere, because it's like a ripoff. Okay, just patting it in gently. All right. Alrighty, so now I'm going to be moving on to the blush. I like to do my blush first. Let me close this foundation. Alright, I'm going to be using the Juvia's palette. And I'm going to be using that pink that I talked about earlier. Using this blush brush. This is by BH Cosmetics. Can't remember the name of that brand, that line. This is the makeup bag it came in. But yep, so pretty much I'm gonna be putting my blush on. And it looks like a lot, but once you blend it in and stuff, it's gonna look normal. It's not gonna look freakish like this. And then sometimes I like to go in with that orange that's in the Juvia's palette and kind of like make it look a little more peachy. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to blend that in with that flat brush that I discussed earlier. Okay, and I'm going to kind of rub off some of the excess. I'm going to be using the brush again. Same thing, this is from the BH Cosmetic brush set. I'm going to be using the brown in the Zulu Juvia's palette. You want to blow it off a little bit just to get the excess off. think I enjoy using powder for contouring more than I like liquid, but I think I will learn to like both as I go along. And this is not, you know, so much as a expert tutorial. It's more of what I do every day, and maybe you can learn something off of that. Yep, and I don't like harsh brown lines on my cheeks, so I try to blend it in to make it look as normal as humanly possible. And I like the 80s look too. Like, I like the extra blush look. I think it's super duper cute. So this is a like bonus Revolution highlighter slash eyeshadow palette, and I got this when I purchased I can't remember what palette I purchased with it, but it was like a bonus and I got it for free at Ulta. And this is how it looks. The cover broke off. It's just a clear cover. But I like to use the middle like heart for my highlighter. And I just usually do it with my fingers because I find that's the easiest for me. And just put like a little bit on my nose. And a little bit on my cheek. And just dab my finger once again. It is super, super pretty and easy to use. Alright, same thing, using this brush. I'm going to blend that in. It's another thing I don't like. I don't like it to be too shiny on my cheeks and my nose. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to the Revolution Banana. I think it's Banana Deep. The words are kind of fading off, but the banana powder. And what you want to do is use like some type of platform. I have like this mirror platform that I got from Mary Kay, and you just want to kind of like put it on a platform because the top is so small. Usually people use like the top to the container, but this container top is just so small, I don't like to use it. So anyway, using this blender, I'm going to dab some of that on there. And I'm going to apply it. And then with the powder, I do like to go on my forehead and stuff. I don't like to do it with liquid, but with powder, it's easier to blend out. So I don't mind putting it on my cheeks and forehead and nose and everything else. I just find it easier. And I just pretty much use all the product that I dump out. Unless it's just an obscene amount. And then once again, using this, I'm going to blend that in real nice. And then I'm going to leave that for now. Ooh, I got an eyelash in my eye. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the eyebrows. And this eyebrow brush that I use, it's pretty precise. I do plan on getting a better one, but I got this from a hair store and it was super cheap and it works for me. And I like to pinch it to get it as precise as possible because when you clean it, sometimes it flares out. I'm going to be using, for my eyebrow shade, I'm going to be using the Morphe palette that I discussed earlier. And I like to use this color right here. And I just like to run the brush side by side. Kind of blow it off so, you know, the excess doesn't fall on your cheeks. And then I'm not like a freak over my eyebrows, so I don't like make a big deal out of them. I get them threaded and then I just pretty much fill them in. And I don't have the best eyebrows in the world. So I just gently follow the line, the natural growth of my eyebrow. Like that. And then yeah, and that's pretty much how I do my eyebrows. I'm going to do the other one. Same way as I did this one before. Like I said, I don't really make a big deal out of them. Because that's not the most important part to me. Some people do them just so immaculate and I love it. But for me, this doesn't matter as much. When I was in high school, I used to make them real thick and dark. For some odd reason, I don't really understand why I did that. And I did it for so long and walked around in public like that for so long. People who know me remember. Alright. Alright, and then every now and then I may line underneath them with some concealer. And I'm just going to use that light color that I used last time. And I don't usually do the top, I just do the bottom part. And then I'll just blend it down to my eyelid. And concealer pretty much can act as a primer for your eyeshadow. Okay, this is from that, you know, generic line. You know, actually, I got it from TJ Maxx. I'm trying to remember. I think it's the Jessica Simpson. I hate to call it generic because I love Jessica Simpson. But the Jessica Simpson brush set, because I just looked at it and it says JS. Yeah, so let's just say that. The JS Jessica Simpson brush palette. Or brush set. And it's sparkly and super cute. And been using it for some years now and I haven't bought anything else since I bought this, along with that BH set that I'm using as well. But I plan on, you know, upgrading, of course, using something more current. But it works for me for now. But yeah, I'm using this bigger brush to help blend it in. All right, now I would like to I'm going to move on to the Revolution Patricia Bright palette that I discussed earlier. And I'm going to be using the Elegant color. And like I said, this is Pam Anderson inspired, and I pretty much wear my eyes like this for most of the days. So, what I like to do, using this BH set brow brush, whatever. Oh my gosh, not brow brush. Whatever. This yeah, eyeshadow brush. Basically, just going to pat that on right here in this area of my eye. And I try to get as much on as I can, and don't worry about the fallout, because with this, it's not gonna like stain your skin ugly like if I was using like a darker color. I usually don't blow it off with lighter colors when I'm like putting black on or something. Of course, I'm gonna make sure the excess doesn't fall down on me, because it's just harder to get rid of once it's on there. Okay. And it looks a little messy right now, but once, you know, the finished product will look polished and cute. And I feel like this look can go with any skin tone, any style, anything you're wearing, wherever you're going. It's just a all around soft glam, everyday look, all-purpose look. Right? So, now I'm going to move on to the Smokey, the Smokey Naked Urban Decay palette. And this is the brush that came with it, and it works really well. I've had it for probably like 6 years. Alright, so I'm going to be using the color Password and Smolder. It's the purple shade and the gray shade together. I'm going to start with the gray shade, Password. Dabbing this in there. And then, like I said, blow off the excess, especially with darker colors. And just pat it on there next to the light color that you put on earlier. Put a little bit more of the Password gray color. Okay, and now I'm going to move on to that purple color, Smolder. And just put a little bit of a darker tone right here. Yep, and I'm going to kind of wipe that off and go back to the Password color. And gently start to blend. Okay, and another thing I like to do is I like to go back in here. I'm going to put on top of this white. I'm going to use this palette. I'm going to go in with this white color, or like, it's like a cream. It's like a cream color. I don't really know what to call it. Using my fingers. I'm going to kind of go in and ensure that this color doesn't come off, because for some reason it's not staying on nicely for me. Just make sure that it's, you know, there. Just pat in with my finger. the salt coming off. All right, and then continue to like blend this area for the best results. Going back in with that lighter color. And there we go. I'm gonna add a little bit of a highlight over this area. Using the Naked palette again. I'm gonna go in with the high color highlight. And using that same brush. Paint that in right there. Yep, and that's pretty much the look for that. I'm gonna go in and do the same thing I did for my next eye. Once again, using that password. Going a little bit faster since I showed you with the first eye, but still showing you. Then I'm going to go in with that smolder, that purple. Super pretty color. Just to get a little more depth at the base. Then I'm going to wipe the brush off a little bit on a piece of tissue. I'm going to go back to the password color. It's a really easy color to blend. Just go in and blend. For this eye, I didn't even really have to add any more extra cream color. But I'm going to go on with the highlight. And add that in. Right under my brow. And yeah. So now I'm going to blend in this baking powder, whatever the heck you want to call it. I call it baking powder. And then I just kind of like to go in and blend some more. Make sure everything looks right. Right now it's just looking a little dry and I don't like that. Alright, so moving on. I'm going to use the NYX Professionals. Why am I saying professionals? I don't know. I'm reading the NYX blue eyeliner. I'm trying to see if I can find a name. It's the Sunrise Blue. Yep, and I'm going to go under my eyes and my wet line. That's what they call it. Yep, and I just like a poppin' blue under eye look. Right, and now we're moving on to the liquid eyeliner. I'm going to be using my own professional makeup line that I'm starting, and I'm going to be using my own liquid eyeliner in the next coming videos. But right now I'm going to be using my favorite L.A Colors liquid eyeliner. And I get this from Family Dollar, Dollar General. And I've been using this for years. I absolutely love it. It lasts all day. It's not necessarily waterproof, but I've swam with my eyeliner on, and as long as you don't rub it with anything, your hands or anything, it will pretty much stay on, not peel or nothing. So it's a pretty good eyeliner. I also love it because it lasts really long with the size of the bottle. It's a pretty decent size. And the brush is precise. And that's what I've found the most success with. I hate like the marker brushes or all that. I never get the precise line that I want. So I love a precise makeup brush, whatever, eyeliner brush. And so what I do, I like my eyeliner really big. I love big wings. That's my signature look. So most people like it. I get a lot of compliments. Other times people don't really get it. But whatever, so I'm going to be showing you how I do that. So I like to start out and make sure that your hair, I should have like a band on to protect my hair, but make sure your hair is not in the way. Basically, you just want to start small. That's my advice to anybody that's not good at eyeliner, is to start small and work your way out. And then connecting that line that way. And just filling that in. Like I said, I'm going to make it a lot bigger. I'm just showing you how to start. Just working your way into your inner corner. Keeping your eyes shut. Yep, just like that. It's going to look sloppy at first. Don't panic. Just go slow. And just pretty much you're building a wing. It's not necessarily going to be perfect on your first try. But I like mine big. And I think that's because it started from error, making mistakes. And when you make mistakes with liquid eyeliner, you pretty much are covering your mistakes by adding more. And so as I would make mistakes, I just kept adding more. And I'm like, okay. And just keep adding more. And then I was like, wait a minute, I like it like that. Because I feel like everybody wears them pretty small or medium, but I like to wear a really big, dramatic wing. And like I said, building slowly. Some people can do it really fast. I'm like in the middle. I don't really do it super fast, but I am used to doing them. Yep, when your brush starts to get dry, just add more and fill it to make the line as straight as you can get it. It doesn't have to be perfect, because as long as it looks presentable, people are going to notice it and like it. They're not going to notice the imperfections. Unless it's just scribbled on your eye like a lunatic. But, you know, give yourself a little more credit. And you're going to like make a couple little spot mistakes. But like I said, it's all about building, so you can build over it. Every now and then that happens where I go too far and I just, oh well, I'm just going to have a really huge wing today. And like I said, people love it. People give me compliments on it all the time. Yep, and that's pretty much it for that wing. I'm going to move on to the next one. Pretty much following the same steps I showed you with the previous. Making sure those wispy pieces of hair is out of your face, because it will stain your face and mess you up. Yep, just like I said, make sure it's out of your face. Oh yeah, and make sure you don't like blink. Yep, I just did it. Oh my god. Make sure you don't blink your eye too much while you're waiting for it to dry, because it will literally do that, which is so freaking annoying. And it's really hard doing makeup on other people too, because they do the same thing. And then you have to fix it, which I'll show you in a minute how to fix that. When that stupid piece of hair got in my eye, it messed me up. Yep, I'm just pretty much going a little faster, but still building steadily. And I think it's best to determine what type of wing you want before you get started. So if you want a small wing, work on a small wing. If you want a medium wing, then work on that. And then if you just want a large one, I think the larger the easier, because it, you know, the larger the less mistakes that are shown. When you try to do like smaller perfect wings, then you have to be a lot more careful, because the smaller they are, the more mistakes they show, if you're not like an expert at doing this. So I'm actually not as good at smaller wings as I am at bigger wings, which that works for me, because like I said, this is how I like my wings. I like my wings dramatic, over the top. And they're not perfect. By no means are they perfect. Nothing's perfect. Some people do a really perfect job, but not me. I don't. So and they're going to be a little different. I mean, you can just pretty much slow down, look at where is the difference, and determine what to do from there. What I'm seeing is this one is in this corner, it's a lot fatter. So I'm just going to add a little bit more over here. And today I'm not going to add on any eyelashes today. I usually don't wear eyelashes because my wings are so dramatic that I don't really like go the extra mile and wear eyelashes. But I'm going to start, since I'm going to be doing videos now. I'm going to start. But today, no eyelashes. I'm going to put on some mascara afterwards. I just got into mascara, because at first I wasn't even wearing that. I would just wear my wings and that would be it. I wouldn't add nothing else. But I've gotten better at adding on some valued alterations. Yep, like I said, I'm just building, fixing mistakes or imperfections. And like I said, because of how big I like them, I can make as many mistakes as I need to and fix them easier. Because I'm not doing a small, precise wing. I'm doing a larger wing. Maybe in the next video, I'll do a smaller, more relatable wing that goes with more like, you know, everyday looks. But this is my everyday look. There's always going to be a favorite wing. I like this wing the best, even though I blinked and messed it up. It's just taking me a little longer to show because to finish it, because I'm, you know, showing how to do it. So of course it's going to take a little longer, but this look really doesn't take me all day. I usually do my makeup for about 25 minutes in the morning. I'm not a lounger, so I like to get dressed and, you know, showered and everything in the morning when I wake up, and then do my makeup right after, and then spend the rest of my day dealing with the kids, working, whatever. I'm currently a nail tech part-time, and I have a lot of time on my hands to figure out what I want to do with my life, and it's going, it's going so far so good. Like I said, not perfect, but works for me. So I'm just going to fix that little mistake I made up here. I'm going to take that concealer brush that I was using, and I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer, the white, the lighter one, and just dab a little tiny bit. So you just need a little bit, and I'm going to dab that over the mistake. When you make a mistake and you want to cover it up with concealer or foundation or whatever you want to use, don't put on too much, because that'll just lead to more mistakes. You just want to put on a little bit. And even this is too much, but it's manageable. I'll just put on some over here to be fair to the other one. And then I'm going to take this brush that I used to put on the lighter color. Go on again with that. Dab some of that on there. Blow some of it off. Yep. Now, with some of this Lancome, what is it called? Lancome base mascara stuff. Can't remember where I got this. I've had it for a while, and like I said, I wasn't using mascara for a while. But this is basically a base for your mascara to help make your mascara work better. And I just put on a little bit. I don't really focus on my bottom lids, my bottom lashes. I just leave those alone because I'm not really good at putting it on, to tell you the truth. Oh yeah, and the mascara I'm going to be using is this cheap L.A. Colors Bold Lash. Just something cheap and affordable. I don't really go crazy. I love makeup, but I don't like spend thousands of dollars on it. I just get what I can get my hands on. I do, you know, spend more on the palettes. The eyeshadow palettes, because, you know, the quality does matter with eyeshadow. But other things, like, you know, mascara and stuff like that, I don't really freak out about it. But, you know, quality matters with that too. I'm not going to lie. There are some really good mascaras out there that I see people use, and I definitely would use it myself, but like I said, financially, I'm not freaking out about it. Yeah, you just want to gently and carefully, so you don't poke your eye out with it. Done that many times. That's why I don't really like mascara like that. Just want to gently paint it on there, brush it on there. Right, and I got a little bit on my lid, and I don't want that to spread. I'm going to use my finger to make sure that that doesn't spread. Gotta blend that in. Alright. So eyes are done. Now I'm going to show you what I use for my lip. Lips do matter, like lipsticks and stuff. I feel like you can get away more with like lip gloss and stuff, cheaper lip glosses, but lipsticks do matter. But so far, I'm going to be using the L.A. Colors lip liner. And then I'm going to be using the L.A. Colors Metal to the Max Metallic Lip Gloss. I'm not really a big lip gloss person, but for this look, this color looks really good with this look. I usually do like a matte liquid lipstick. But like I said, today I'm going to go with this metallic coppery lip look. And I'm just gonna line my lip. And I'm not the greatest person at lining my lips, but when you're using lip gloss, it's a lot easier to make it look presentable. If you want the honest truth. Even though this is a Pam Anderson inspired look as well, I'm also getting like Kim Kardashian vibes too off of it. Which is another idol of mine. I love her. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with the lip gloss. And just rub that in there. Then I'm going to go in with the Mary Kay finishing spray and spray my face. Very refreshing. All right. Just making sure there's anything I can change or correct or whatever. And yeah, that's the finished product.